Right, so this is the interview with Ollie and Walter. Ollie, how are you today?
I'm very good. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Walter, are you?
Yeah, very good having you. How are you?
I'm fine. Struggling to get back to my old pace, but we'll see. But yeah. So Ollie, at Bahrain, you took pole but conceded the lead very quickly to Charlie. Why was it that you conceded the position to not really put up a fight in turn one?
Poor reaction times. That was it.
What was it? Did they catch you off guard?
Yeah, just got caught me off guard. Couldn't get off the line quick enough. But yeah.
You managed to quickly overtake Charlie again, were battling with Luigi, but then lost DRS after a mistake where you bottomed out on the curb at turn 6. Do you think that you can avoid mistakes like that in the future? Or?
Well, the main problem was when I overtook Charlie, I was being very impatient. We actually collided, and I got damage on my wing. So I really struggled on like right turns, which really slowed me up. But that's because I was just impatient. I was just trying to get past him as soon as possible. But I thought, Luigi seems quite quick, so I've got to try and get away with him. But
is that something you're going to try and improve then later on? Or?
Yeah, just got to be patient, wait for a better opportunity, because I tried to go around the outside of... it was the corner after the back straight on Bahrain. It wasn't the best place to overtake, really. But yeah.
Well, so in the race, you sort of established yourself as in your own realm where you weren't fighting Ollie and Luigi, but you were miles off the cars behind. Do you think you can improve on that and maybe be in the fight for the win at Japan?
I think, in Bahrain, it's just down to pace. I definitely had that, but it wasn't enough to kind of, be fighting with P1 and 2. So it's going to be interesting in the actual Japan race. I still think there is room for improvement in Japan. Still kind of getting used to the track. And I think, it's all about just having a good setup and a good race pace. But yeah.
In the Bahrain race, you desynced and didn't realise for a lot of laps. Is that something you're going to try be wary of in upcoming races?
Yeah, me and Ollie been going for like little protocols for like doing just online races together. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. And if it does, I'm more prepared for it to happen than I was before.
Yeah. So Ollie, we saw some teamwork in pre-season where in qualifying, whether it be accidental or intentional, you both gave each other slipstream parts in the qualifying. Is that something you're going to try in Japan? Or?
Yeah, definitely. It's for both teammates. We've got to try and work together if we want to win the constructors. I think, especially in Japan, where qualifying is extremely important. It's hard to overtake. We need to be starting from quite far up the field, I reckon. So that slipstream is going to be quite important.
In previous seasons, you obviously drove for Mercedes, and we saw Mercedes with Matt and Chaconas doing that in pre-season. Is that something you've picked up from Mercedes in previous seasons? Or?
Yeah, Mercedes are definitely one of the better teams. I've learned quite a lot there. Especially from Chick. He's a very experienced driver. He's taught me a lot of how to work together and try and achieve the better result for the team. Yeah.
At Japan, obviously, you are in the DRS zone of Luigi. Do you think that you'll be able to catch up with him at Japan then?
I reckon it's hard. My pace is decent. I reckon the car's going to have good straight on speed. I reckon it's going to be hard, but I reckon I could pass whoever's in front, yeah.
You mentioned you hinted at in the paddock that you had thought that Chaconas and Matt might be sandbagging in pre-season. Obviously, Matt had a damage, so can't really tell of him, but do you think Chaconas might have been doing the same?
I reckon Chaconas was definitely sandbagging. He's done it previous seasons. He always used to complain about pace and not having it. Even to the team, we wouldn't even know about it. But then first race, he's up there trying to win it. So I just think it's just all mind games, really, trying to get us unprepared, catch us off guard.
Did he ever tell you the methods he did at Bahrain? Or?
Sorry, say that again?
Did he ever tell you any methods he did to sandbag? Or?
No, not really. Wait, he always used to pretend that he wasn't sandbagging. And I'd always know that he was. He never really told me why he was doing it. But
I was spectating the race and taking notes, and I noticed that Chaconas on the straights, his throttle would never reach the full throttle. So do you reckon that may have been intentional by him to sandbag?
Most definitely, yeah. I doubt had a mechanical failure. He probably would have mentioned it, so I'd assume he's just doing that to slow himself up.
Mercedes did choose a particularly weird strategy starting on the hards. Is that another possible attempt at sandbagging?
I don't think it's necessarily sandbagging. I think they're just trying to experiment, see what could work and what might not. Like get prepared for the season. So no, I don't think that's really sandbagging. But
Right, so Walter, Giaconas has recently made a change to the penalty point system where 2 warnings will get you a 3 second, and then 1 more will get you 5 seconds. Do you think this is a good change for the league, or is it a little too strict?
I think it's a good change because I think before it was like it was quite a lot just to get a ban. So I think having more like stricter rules will help pretty much anyone on the grid to be more like it just makes it more professional rather than having like I don't know kind of like less strict rules in a way. Like I think yeah, what they've done is a good idea. Kind of makes it a bit more like realistic as well in that kind of sense. So yeah.
There's been some controversy, obviously, of Jasper Beard. I believe you are mates with him, but as he did turn up at pre-season, in your words, tipsy, do you trust him to race in the league cleanly? Or?
It's hard to say what he's going to do. I trust him because I know him the best out of anyone here, but it's hard to say whether he's going to take it seriously or not. But I think if he does get a seat, whether it is I don't know for Ferrari because that's what he's now reserved for, it's gonna be interesting to see if he actually like kind of show that he is kind of you know worthy of an opponent to anyone else. But I think yeah, being a reserve driver is good for him. I don't think he should have a seat right now. I think there should be kind of 1 or 2 races where if no one turns up, then he replaces that and can show his ability to other people, other team principals. But yeah, no, I think I can trust him. But I don't know. There's been times where like kind of off season, well before races, he has been a little bit too cocky, so kind of does I guess intentionally take people out. But I don't know. It is one of those hard ones to have a proper answer for. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, Giacona seems to be the main factor of Jasper returning, not the steward Gibble. Do you think that Giacona should have repercussions for such a thing which could cost other people a race finish if Jasper crashes into them? Do you think that there should be repercussions for those type of decisions that Giacona's makes? Or?
Yeah, I think there should. There should be some sort of like 2-day, 2 race bans, something like that. If you intend to take someone out, there should be some sort of like you could get a race ban or you get a qualifying ban. I don't know. There should be some sort of like more stricter rules in that kind of sense. Otherwise, it kind of just kind of makes it seem like it's a bit biased towards one person. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, I think I might have mispronounced the question. I mean, as in, should there be repercussions for Giacona as if that person he's let back into the server goes ahead and crashes into someone and ruins someone's race?
Yeah, I think they should.
Okay, and lastly, final question. Going into Japan, where do you think you can finish? How fast do you think you will be in terms of grid order compared to the others?
Well, I've always said to myself that I'm kind of slower in qualifying, but in the race I do have like a advantage to most people. I don't know what it is. It could just be strategy. It could just be how I focus on a race. But I think I can finish top 5, hopefully even the top 3. Again, it was kind of in Bahrain. I think I could have finished P3 if it wasn't for my like technical error. But I think if Shokonas is what he is in if Shokonas was what he was in Bahrain, then I think it's going to be pretty easy for like myself to kind of finish top 5 and not have to worry about any of the kind of more, I guess I don't know, like more professional people in this year. I don't know, just because it's just more quicker people than me. So, but yeah, I think a top 5 is in sight, and hopefully maybe a podium.
Right, so that is the end of the interview it. Right.